Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Charles, and welcome you guys to another episode of the Dreamerspro Show, where we cover everything from sports, hot topics, classic debates, entertainment, and where we give you guys a fresh perspective on things and how we see them. And in today's episode, the topic is, are the Brooklyn Nets the most dangerous team in the NBA? So that's the topic I'm going to get into in today's video. But before we get into that, I want you guys to please make sure you go ahead and hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and hit the notification bell to be notified whenever we drop our content. Also, be on the lookout for our premium, our Dreamerspro Premium platform, which is a sports online community, which will be launching on Monday. We're going to be giving you guys much more information as we get closer to the launch day. So some of you guys, a good amount of you guys have been quite interested about it. We've been marketing it for the last, God knows, 6 months or so. So we're definitely going to give you guys more information about that. But anyway, and also be on the lookout for Dreamerspro.com. So anyway, let me get into this video here. Because this is a video that I think is very current. It's in the now, and I think we need to talk about what happened or what's happening with the Brooklyn Nets. So, the Brooklyn Nets have been playing well as of recent. The Brooklyn Nets have been playing well. They've won 5 games in a row, and they've been pretty hot. And they just got a very good, impressive win against the Los Angeles Lakers just last night. Now, granted, the Lakers are shorthanded. They're not playing with Anthony Davis, so. But also the Nets are not playing with Kevin Durant, so you could say that it's kind of evenly matched. Now, granted, LeBron is going against 2 All-Stars, so that's not really a fair fight. LeBron James is LeBron James, but he needs help. I mean, LeBron James can't play 5 positions at once. And also, congratulations to LeBron James yesterday for hitting 35,000 points. That's incredible. Listen, some people feel like I have something against LeBron, or I don't like LeBron. As I said before, and I'll say it again, I have a tremendous amount of respect for the dedication that LeBron puts into his work as an NBA player and his craft. He's extremely dedicated to his work, and to be taking his work this seriously at this age, where the guy's made all the money in the world. He's already accomplished. If he retires, he's going to be a top 10 NBA player of all time. I mean, for him to still be trucking on and still pushing on and still trying to make the most of himself, to me, is very, very, very remarkable, and it's something we can all learn from. Which is, you don't get complacent. You always strive to be the best, and that's something that I do appreciate about him. Now, some people say, "Oh, you're still a hater because they want me to put LeBron James on his head and carry him around." No, y'all can do that. I'm not going that far. Anyway, they got a good win against the Lakers just last night. However, the Brooklyn Nets have been dealing with some injuries, they themselves, right? Kyrie Irving has been out of the lineup here and there, and as well as Kevin Durant. Now, if we look at Kevin Durant's numbers, who is the best player on the Brooklyn Nets, I don't even think it's a question. He's averaging 29 points per game. He's shooting 52% from the field. That's KD, right? One of the reasons why Skip Bayless says he's the best player in the world. Kind of hard to argue with these numbers, shooting 43% from the field and 87% from the free throw line. So from an efficiency standpoint, he is out of this world. He's getting you 7.3 rebounds, which I like to see from the power forward, from a small forward. That's very good. Getting you 5.3 assists and getting you 1.4 blocks per game. So Kevin Durant, he's a one-man wrecking crew all on his own. However, he's been taken away for some injuries and also for COVID tracing. He's only played 19 games this season, so that's something that the Nets kind of have working against him right now. He's missed some games. Kyrie Irving, who is, as they call him, Uncle Drew, right? Has every shot in his bag. He's averaging 27 and almost 28 points per game, shooting 53% from the field. So he's actually shooting a higher close to virtually the same field goal percentage as Kevin Durant, shooting 43% from the 3. 90% from the free throw line, 89.9. We round that up to 90. He's getting you 4.7 rebounds, 5.6 assists, and 1 steal per game. But Kyrie Irving has also missed some games. He's only played 21 games this season, which is something to pay attention to. But James Harden, on the other hand, he's played 25 games, and he's been their most consistent player. Let's just face it. James Harden is having a great year. He's averaging 24.5 points per game. He's getting you 7.2 rebounds, 11.3 assists, which is, James Harden is showing that he is one of the most talented players in the NBA. For him to just go in there, assume the point guard position, and just run with it. But in all fairness to him, when he was playing with the Oklahoma City Thunder, when he started his NBA career, He came off the bench as a six man as a playmaker. So he has this natural ability. He understands how to run an offense and really get guys involved at a high level while at the same time scoring for himself. He's shooting 48% from the field, 38.5% from the 3-point line, which is fantastic. He's attempting a lot less threes. Finally, when he was in Houston, he was attempting way too many threes per game. So now he's attempting more. He's attempting he's attempting a pretty decent amount of threes this season, but he's making a good amount of them. As I said, he's getting you 11.3 assists, and he's getting you 1.1 steals per game. Now, the reason why I'm saying that the Brooklyn Nets right now are probably the most dangerous team in the NBA is because of their offense. Okay, let's just face it. They're the number one in the NBA as far as field goal percentage. They're the number 2 in the NBA as far as 3-point percentage. They're the number 4 team in the NBA as far as assists per game. So this means they're moving the ball. Also, James Harden, I think he's leading the league in assists. Moving the ball is also going to create a lot of open shots, especially when you're playing with tremendous offensive players. So offensively, the Brooklyn Nets are a juggernaut. Like, it's scary how good this team is on the offensive side of the floor. I've said that. They're very scary on the offensive side. I mean, they're not very good on defense, but on offense, man, if you're not careful, they will hang 150 points on you in a hot minute if you don't pay attention to that. And that's the reason why, they're scoring 121 points per game, because offensively, man, you just can't mess around with this team. You just can't mess around with them. Now, defensively is where they have some major issues, right? And it's not going to go away. Maybe in the regular season, it may work. You may beat teams, a lot less planning. It's an up and down game in the regular season, and in the playoffs, things slow down. The flow of the game slows down. The tempo of the game slows down. And now you're going to have to run a half-court set. Teams are able to game plan a much better for you, because now you have rest between days. You can look at things, see what didn't work in this game, come back and make adjustments, and so on and so forth. So in the regular season, this can work. But in the playoffs, when they start taking things away from you, you need to be able to execute, but also you need to be able to stop guys on the other end. Like, teams are going to be able, if teams can scheme against you, they're going to do it. I saw 2 nights ago, the Utah Jazz, they ran a pick and roll with Rudy Gobert, and it kept on working, and the Clippers had to find a way to stop it. Otherwise, they just kept on running the play over and over and over and over again until you stop it. So you're going to have to be able to play defense in the playoffs. They're giving up still too many points per game. They're giving up 117 points to opponents. That's too many points to give up. Now, in the regular season, you can do it, right? In the regular season, you can do it. And but as I said, on the offensive side of the floor, when this team is clicking, man, on the offensive side of the floor, good luck. Good luck stopping this team. It's either you outscore them or you try to stop them, because it's really hard. And listen, the Brooklyn Nets have been having a lot of success against above 500 teams. I think they're 10-1 or 10-2 against teams that are above 500. That's scary. That means that they've proven they could beat all the good teams in the NBA. Pretty much is what it proves. They just beat the Lakers. They just beat the Clippers. Now, granted, the Clippers are shorthanded. The Lakers are shorthanded. But no one here is going to say, oh, if the Lakers AD played, they couldn't beat them, and Kevin Durant played. No one's going to say that, right? So they can beat pretty much any team in the entire league. The problem is they can be beaten as well because they don't play defense. If they begin to really work on their defense and shore up their defense, given the fact that the Eastern Conference is still wide open, you have the Philadelphia 76ers at the number 1 seed in the Western Conference. But and also the Philadelphia 76ers do pose a big threat with the Joel Embiid getting guys in foul trouble, slowing down the pace of the game. You have to account for him. Otherwise, he will drop 40 plus points every single night on your head. And the Philadelphia 76ers, I believe, is a good matchup for the Brooklyn Nets. But if this team is clicking on offense, man, they're probably the most dangerous team in the NBA because they're just so potent offensively. And when they're going, man, it's going to be pretty tough to stop them, which makes them very dangerous. So what I want to know from you guys is, do you think this offense makes the Brooklyn Nets the most dangerous team in the NBA? Whatever you guys think, please leave your thoughts and comments in the comment section below. Again, if you enjoy the video, be sure to make sure you go ahead and hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and hit the notification bell to be notified whenever we drop our content. Again, if you enjoyed this video, be sure to make sure you check out the next video that we have coming up. Once again, this is Charles here from Dreamerspro. Wishing you guys an amazing day and catch you guys on the next episode. Peace.